Hello, it is Saturday 8th of August. I'm up at the Golfie doing the Tweed Valley Bikes demo day, trying out this lovely Santa Cruz Tallboy, the V5, the old one. There's a new one out apparently. Yeah, giving it a go, getting a feel for different bikes, what I like, so I know what to look for when I'm getting my next bike. So I've done my first lap, top to bottom. I intended to do repeat offender. I accidentally ended up going on 3G, which I realised about halfway down. So I've done one top to bottom. Just about to do rock and roll and plan B. I prefer those over the other 3G more. So let's give it a go. So the bike felt mint on the first lap. It's like 25% less suspension than I'm used to on my own bike, my old Transition Patrol. But this feels great. I wouldn't say I'm typically overbiked up here. I usually end up using basically all my suspension when I'm riding up here. Whoopsie-daisy. But I also didn't feel underbiked on the first lap. Yeah, I felt like I did a great job. My only complaint is that the tyres don't quite feel as grippy as I would like, as you can probably hear from the back end skittering about. So I think that's probably contributed to my hands getting very tired. Because I feel like I've been, I'm usually a hell of a comfort breaker. I'm not ashamed to say I'm slow, definitely not ashamed to say it, but I do feel like I'm having to brake more. And that's obviously partly going to be down to what brakes are on this SRAM levels, which I do have on my hardtail and have used up here before. But also, they're obviously not as powerful as my Magura MT7s on my Transition. Well, I felt like I made it through there better than the first lap. Yeah, bike feels great. I think the geometry on it's basically the same as my Transition. I'm 5'4"-ish, about 163 centimetres or something. Yeah, there's like a 455 reach, which is basically the same as my other two bikes. What's this, 200mm rotor maybe? So yeah, I'm not heavy, but certainly I wouldn't say the brakes are fading. I'd say it's probably more down to the tyres on this. But yeah, great bike. Stick some Specialised Butchers or Magic Marys on it or something, I'd be happier with it for the grip. But yeah, lovely. Right, repeat offender, middle and lower. The ones that I intended to end up doing on my first lap. Turns out I was wrong about the rotor size. On these are 180 native, so a wee 20mm adapter would bring you up to a 200mm rotor, which would suit my preferences a bit better of being an overbreaker. I was also wondering if the skittery back end was not just due to these Maxxis Forecasters being less grippy than I'm used to my tyres being, but also maybe due to the fact that I ride quite over the front, so maybe that's taking weight off the, or that it will be taking weight off the back wheel, so you know, gives grip to the front, but it's probably contributed to my skittery back end. Not great phrasing, sounds a bit gross, but you know. Heavy on the front brake. As you can see by the fact that I had to pedal up that, I am slow. Eyes up. I have been trying to lean into my corners more lately, but it seems that has gone right at the window today. Oh, my back leg's getting tired now. Oh, done. That was good, that was good fun. I think I'll head up for one quick last little lap on Final Fling, in keeping with the name, and that'll be my time done. Whew. Thank you very much for the work of the Tweed Valley Trails Association, for their hard work on maintaining these trails. Pardon me. Thank you for watching. And also, isn't this an excellent Iron Brew colour scheme on this bike? I very much approve. Cheers! Right, last trail of the day. Final Fling. I'm starving. It's been good fun. Let's give it a blast. There we go, a bit of a lean in that corner. Oh, clipped my foot on a stump. Ooh, terrible corner. Ooh. these are my sorts of trails. Bit gutted that I couldn't test this bike out on my favourite trail, community service, as it's currently under maintenance. But this is this and the other tech so far are of comparable calibre. Rear braking hand gave out there. Smooth. Good indication of this being a necessary final trail of the day. I'm shattered. There we go. That's me done. Whew. With 20 minutes to spare for a sedate wee pedal back. Go on yourself, Caperston.